Since I'm going deep into Lovecraft spoilers here, and since much has already been said about his stories and how they tie to Bloodborne, I won't hold it against you if you want to skip this section. Jump to this, to hear our talk about the Henrik part of Eileen's quest. Now that those traitors are gone, let's get into it. First off, my credentials as your guide to Eldritch Horrors. I've read every story Lovecraft ever wrote at least twice, and I've also hunted down and read every one of the collaborations he did that I could find. And as it relates to Bloodborne, the 5 most obviously important are The Shadow over Innsmouth at the Mountains of Madness, The Call of Cthulhu, but not necessarily for the reasons you think, The Color Out of Space, and The Dream Quest of Unknown Kadath. And actually, with Kadath you could probably lop in the rest of the Randolph Carter stories. I'm a bit sad that I could not work out any connections to my favorite story of his, The Whisperer in Darkness, but as a consolation prize, maybe the original intent with the Chalice Dungeons was that they acted a bit like the Great Race of Yith from The Shadow Out of Time, another one of Lovecraft's best, what with the seemingly non-paradox-inducing time travel. Interestingly, although Bloodborne borrows a lot of ideas from Lovecraft, there's not a single outright mention of any of his works. Cthulhu and the gang are all public domain, but FromSoft opted to create their own mythos, and I think the game is richer for it. It means fewer preconceived notions of where the story is allowed to go. I don't think people would be very happy if we could kill Nyarlathotep or Yog-Sothoth with a boomhammer. It also means that the fundamentals underpinning cosmic horror needn't really apply to Bloodborne. To the few humans still uninitiated, Lovecraft's work deals with the insignificance of humanity in the face of grander beings whose existence makes us look like mere amoeba. Our survival in the face of their existence is not owed to our adaptability, resourcefulness, or will, or anything like that, but because they just haven't wiped us out yet, even though they easily could. We still exist because they don't care. They are so far beyond us that they might not even care to separate us from the houseflies we look down at. In the face of all of this, all of humanity is small and insignificant, and all those who come into contact with the Eldritch truth go mad. Lovecraft's protagonists are usually unreliable narrators, as they are detailing events which cause them great psychological trauma. And their retellings aren't meant to rouse people into proactive collective action, but rather serve as warnings that it would be better for humanity to continue its ignorant, insignificant existence than to go to the places where dead gods may still dream.